we want to declare who we are for the rest of our life. Progress does not require time. Most people say progress requires time, right? Progress doesn't require time. Progress requires emotions. Progress requires your frequency, your belief that you can do it. The promise of platinum has always been one statement: 10 years of success.
Investing in platinum is one of the finest decisions I have made in my life. Not because I have become a better coach now, and I don't say that when you buy platinum you get bunch of courses, but for me platinum has become a lifestyle.
Why can't I be happy with myself?
His platinum program is a blessing. Each course gives you at least 20-30x value.
I actually went through a separation. Honestly, if Indu and Mitesh weren't there in my life, I wouldn't be here standing in front of all of you, smiling, laughing.
Has created magic after joining Mitesh sir and Indu ma'am. Both of them are like true magicians for me. I have really achieved whatever I wanted, and as Mitesh sir says in our platinum course, 10 years success in 1 year. For me, it is 10 years success in 6 months.
One word for platinum is angelic manifestation.
Let's live platinum standards. And for me, platinum standards before anything is about being a great human being first, not being first.
It's all possible because of really Mitesh sir.
Realized before platinum I was completely confused. I was not able to do what I wanted to do in my life. My dream was really big, but nobody was there to support me. Nobody was there to guide me on right direction and right time. So Mitesh sir and Indu ma'am came in my life, and they are like just amazing, not less than God.
This is the first time I'm facing a camera, and this confidence I got from Mitesh sir and Indu ma'am. So this is the advantage you get once you join Platinum family. You get confidence, and the course is a value adding course where you get lots of people, friends, a family outside your own family.
When I joined Mitesh sir, he told me one thing, that is, only money can give you material things, not everything.
सर आपने हमारी फ्रीक्वेंसी इतनी अच्छी अपग्रेड कर दी कि हमने 2 BHK फ्लैट अट्रैक्ट किया, कार अट्रैक्ट की, मैजिकल मनी अट्रैक्ट की। और सर मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ प्लैटिनम एक वर्ड में अगर कहें तो इट्स पैसा वसूल। कभी भी आपको ऐसा नहीं लगेगा कि आपका पैसा वेस्ट हो गया है, क्योंकि सर हमेशा 10x वैल्यूज देते हैं।
My life, my rules.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome once again to another masterclass with me today here. How many of you are attending this masterclass of handwriting analysis for the first time? Type in 1 in the chat window. And those of you who are already platinum, but you are attending this for the first time, I want you to type in I am platinum. Let's see how many platinum members are attending today. Now, those of you who don't know me and you're probably meeting me for the first time, which is rare, I think you must have definitely met me before. But in case you're meeting me today for the first time, especially those of you who are on YouTube live right now, my name is Mitesh Khatri. I and my wife Indu Khatri, we are manifestation coaches, law of attraction coaches, and we help people manifest their goals in all 4 areas of life. Everybody type in what are those 4 areas of life. Those of you who know me, I always love to talk about balance in 4 areas. HRCM: health, relationships, career, and money. And whenever we want to balance these 4 areas of life, we use different manifestation techniques. Can some of you give me some techniques of manifestation that you know I use? For an example, we use vision board, we use affirmations, we use ho'oponopono, right? Now, these are just some of the techniques that we use in manifestation to upgrade our what? Everybody show me your hands. Upgrade our what? upgrade our frequency, right? What is our frequency made of? FTBA. Everybody type in the chat window again, FTBA. What is that? Feelings. Everybody take your hands like this and say feelings, thoughts, beliefs, and actions. So when you match, everybody repeat with me, when I match my FTBA with my goals, the frequency is now matching and the attraction happens automatically. That is what manifestation is about. And that is why I'm constantly researching how do we upgrade our frequency through different methods in life so that we can attract what we want in our life. And during this research, a few years ago, I don't know the exact number of years, I'm not very good with numbers, but maybe Indu can remind me how many years ago, we learned about a tool which helped me understand how I can see the proof of our existing frequency and how we can upgrade the frequency in a very measurable amount of time. Because whenever it comes to changing manifestation, people always ask me this question, kitna time lagega? How much time will it take? How can I see the proof that my manifestation has changed, that my frequency has changed? How many of you would love to see a scientific proof of your existing frequency and your new frequency, and how much time it will take to build your new frequency? Type an I in the chat window if you're interested in that science. I'm constantly researching for this kind of scientific tools. And this is where, few years ago, I met a magical man because he knew a magical tool which can show you on paper what's your existing frequency. And if you change small things on your paper, now change what? This is called as handwriting. Everybody type in the chat window, handwriting. Now he's a handwriting analyst. He's one of the best in the world. But he's not, from my point of view, he's not just a handwriting analyst. I think he is what I say, a brain decoder, a brain analyzer, and someone who can rewire your brain and reprogram your subconscious for success. How many of you are realizing that right now, many of you want to take action, but you're not able to take action, because of which you're not able to achieve what you want to attract in your life? Type in I in the chat window if you're going through that. See, in FTBA, what is A? Action. People are not able to take action. This gentleman, this magical man, showed me how I can make any person take massive action in their life by making small changes in their handwriting. In fact, he has the ability that if he looks at your signature or if he looks at your one paper handwriting, he can tell you 128 characteristics about your behavior without talking to you. He can tell you exactly who you are, and he can predict your past, he can predict your present, and he can even predict your future based on your handwriting. Not just that, looking at your handwriting without doing any medical scans, he can tell whether you've got blood pressure going on in your body, or even if your blood pressure is about to happen. He can tell that without even it coming into the body yet. He can see if there is any major illnesses going on. He can change that just by changing your handwriting. How many people here are struggling with a job? Type in I. Or how many people here are struggling with money? Type in money. How many people here are struggling with career and money? Type in CM, career and money. Do you know that there are certain things in your handwriting which keeps you blocked in your career and your financial life? If you change those things, you can get a job fast. You can get money fast in your life. And he can prove that to you today. Not just that. How many people here are struggling in your relationships? Type in R for relationships if you're struggling in your relationships. This magical man can change your relationships frequency. He can help you attract an amazing life partner. He can make you a charismatic personality. From a reserved person, he can make you a confident person. How many of you would love to do that in, let's say, 30 to 60 days maximum? Change your handwriting and convert into a very confident personality, a charismatic personality. Not just that, health. You can not only identify problems in your body right now, but you can improve your health just by changing your handwriting. And if you make 1 or 2 small changes in your signature, you can completely change your destiny, your HRCM, your health, relationships, career, money. Everything can get impacted just by your signature. Now, how many of you are excited after listening to this introduction? What is this magical science of handwriting, and who is this magical man? To tell you very small point, very recently I had taken him to US with us, where we were traveling to meet Russell Brunson. Anybody knows who's Russell Brunson? Okay, have you heard about Tony Robbins? Have you heard about Tony Robbins? So Tony Robbins' marketing partner is Russell Brunson. Now Russell Brunson and we were in a program, and it's called a mastermind program, and I was attending with Russell. Russell got so excited listening to all this from Imran that Russell himself got his handwriting analyzed from Imran. And the best part was he even did a private podcast with him. How many of you think that is amazing? Would you want to have this kind of power that a successful person on this planet looks at your skill of recognizing his characteristics through his handwriting in one look, and you're able to predict his past, his present, his future just looking at a person's handwriting? There are two objectives of calling this magical man here today. The first is to give you this power to change your life. But the second objective is for some of you, if you're interested in this, is to help you become an handwriting analyst so that you can become as impressive as he is. You can predict people's life through their handwriting. You can even help people change their life with their handwriting. Now, I don't know how many people here are interested in both. Type in both if you're interested in both. You want to change your life and you want to change other people's life and make it a extra source of revenue or extra source of income in your life. But if you want to do it only for yourself, even then, that's okay. So who is this magical man? His name is Imran Baig. He's one of the most powerful mentors in the world when it comes to handwriting analysis. He's respected internationally all over the world. He's got thousands of students, doctors, engineers. There are the biggest celebrities that I can name about, some of them we cannot even name here because of confidentiality reasons, are his students. And the best part, he teaches people the entire science of handwriting analysis, from the first step of learning how to analyze yourself to the professional level of how you can become an absolute master at handwriting analysis. So let me invite Imran sir on screen, and when he comes on screen, I would like you to please give him a big round of applause and say thank you, say I love you to him in the chat window, because believe me, he's a very busy man, but on our request today, he's here to give us this podcast kind of an experience where he can teach you everything related to handwriting analysis that we can accomplish in approximately 60 minutes or so. So here we go, bringing in Imran sir. All of you, please give him a big thank you, big I love you in the chat window right now.
Thank you so much, Mitesh. It is so amazing to meet all of you there. Thank you, Mitesh, for making this possible. And I'm sure you must be sitting there and thinking, Imran, who writes nowadays? Imran, Mitesh said so much about handwriting, career ban jayega, relationship ठीक हो जाएगी, health ठीक हो जाएगी. लेकिन पहले ये बताओ, Mitesh, that who writes nowadays? How many of you had this question? Type in question mark on the chat box. Imran, I was actually wondering, when was the last time I actually put the pen to the paper? And you're telling me so many things there. So Mitesh,
I had
let
the
me
same
answer
question
this.
the first time actually when I met you, because I am a complete typewriter kind of a guy. Like from the time I remember, I've been using a laptop. So I stopped writing for many years. I had the same question when I met you. Like, how do you analyze my handwriting if I've not written for last 20 years?
So the simple answer is, I know you must be sitting there and thinking, Imran, who writes nowadays? You're telling so much is possible through handwriting. So simple answer is, just because you're not writing enough, it does not mean that it's not important enough.
Yeah.
But there's so many things in our life, not just handwriting. There's so many things which we are not doing enough. Exercise, anybody? Money management, anybody? Okay, discipline, anybody? Can you see that? There's so many things we are not doing. Yeah. Everybody type in real on the chat box, because can you see that then? There's so many things we don't do it. And just because your handwriting you're not doing enough, it does not mean it's not important. You know why? Because today we're going to share with you the most amazing skill, the easiest and the fastest way to reprogram your subconscious mind.
Wow,
and
that's what I'm most
don't
excited
sit there and
about.
think about, Imran, what is my handwriting telling me about, whether it is the good, bad, or the good, bad handwriting, or the doctor's wala handwriting. No matter what it is, and even if you have no idea or not really keen about exploring this possibility, sit through the session and let me promise you, in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you so much to look into your own handwriting and signature that you're going to go back home with a bulb on.
Yeah, and not just that, you're going to go and ask your life partner, can I see your handwriting?
Yeah.
Because you're going to be able to analyze other people's handwriting based on some of the things that you're going to learn here. So let's get excited. And I want all of you to type in E for excited in the chat window. With all that excitement, Imran sir, I want to first ask you, what are the 3 things that we can learn in the next 60 to 65 minutes? And so that these people can not only learn about themselves, maybe even help a few people with what they are learning today.
Amazing. I'm really, really excited here. And I want you to please grab a pen and paper, because I really want you to do a hands-on learning right now, because it's not just a concept which I'm going to share with you. It's a science, and I'm going to give you a step-by-step approach to decode this. So here is the 3 takeaway you're going to take back from today's session. Everybody, the first thing is a very interesting one. You're going to take back two big danger signs in your handwriting that is making you fail. As much as we are
Danger.
looking at becoming successful, but these are the two things which you need to really look into your handwriting. How many of you are excited about it? Type in E on the chat box. Mitesh, this is the
Wow.
first takeaway.
Wow. Two danger signs in my handwriting, huh? How many of you want to stop the danger in your life? Like, it's like, how do you want to stop some of the unnecessary bad frequency that is coming in your life just by changing few things in your handwriting? Type in yes if you want to stop that bad luck. That's what the first secret is about. Brilliant. Second,
I have three things which I want to tell you about your signature. And those of you sitting there and wondering, Imran, I am not signing enough. I want to tell you that one signature of yours in a wrong place can put you into lifetime of trouble. So before you actually get into trouble and fix things, what is going wrong in your life, let me tell you the three golden rules of signature that will fast track your success instantly. How many of you are looking forward for that? Type in me on the chat box.
brilliant. I've always been wanting to look at my own signature analysis, which we did, I remember, in person once. And I'm telling you guys, what you're about to learn about the signature thing blew my mind. And we made some small changes, like I and Indu made some small changes in our signature, and it had dramatic results in our financial life. So how many of you are interested in making more money and have more confidence in your life? This is the secret you need to look out for, the second secret. Okay? Yes, Imran sir. After that,
The third one is the simplest secret to reprogram your subconscious brain. You know what the idea here is, Mitesh, we know that there are so many things which we need to work on our life. Now, some of you want to work on your frequency, some of you want to work on your procrastination, some of you want to work on your self-esteem. And the good news is you already know what to do to get all that, but you're still not getting the result. Type in everybody, Imran, this is the problem in my life. Type in P on the chat box if you're able
that's
to
true.
resonate. Because Mitesh, we are talking to very learned people. We are talking to people who know everything about everything. But the problem is knowing is not equivalent to creating results.
That's
So how many
true.
of you agree with me on that? Type in A on the chat box. Says Imran, it makes sense because मुझे सब मालूम है लेकिन फिर से results. All this is not getting me results. You know why? You're not developing that muscle in your brain. You're not making yourself to go to that as a natural factor or a go to as a muscle where you can develop and it will come to you immediately and naturally.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Imran. I'm excited for those three things. And I want all of you to know that on a very, very special request here, after the two secrets, I have requested Imran sir to give us a very special offer to join his first step program. He calls it the first step of becoming an handwriting analyst. And there are total 4 steps to his handwriting analysis program. The first step is where you learn how you can become an analyst for yourself. And even, in fact, his promise is in the first step program itself, on the third day, you will become so accurate at recognizing people's handwriting and their behaviors that you will go to your life partner, read their handwriting, and you will get 99% score on understanding their behaviors. Even those behaviors which you thought you did not know, you will now understand even after 20 years of marriage. How many of you would love to see things in your life partner's handwriting which you didn't understand for 20 years, but now suddenly you can understand just by looking at their handwriting? Type in I if you want those kind of superpowers in just 3 days. That's his first step program. Then there is professional program, and then there is the mastery program. So this entire journey takes about how much time, Imran sir?
You can do it in less than 3 months of a
3
time.
months. So in 3 months, a person can become a master like you. I wouldn't say exactly like you, but I think like you, where someone can be as impressive, as powerful as helping himself or herself, and even helping other people as a master practitioner of handwriting analysis. Am I right? 3 months is a practical period?
Yes, possible.
Perfect. How many of you would love to start with that promise that you will master this science? I want you to write down in the chat window right now as an identity, I am an handwriting analyst. I'm a master at handwriting analysis. When you start with that subconscious identity, your mind listens very, very differently, right? So as we are starting off, as I said, after the second secret, we'll give you that special offer. And Platinum members who are here, as usual, are you ready for your gift? After the second secret, you'll come to know what is that gift. So stay with me until the second secret is complete. After the special offer, we'll go into the third secret, which is the power to reprogram your subconscious mind. That's the third secret. Question is, how many people are going to be here for the complete 3 secrets? Can you type in 3 in the chat window if you're here to learn how to reprogram your subconscious mind just with your handwriting? All right. So those of you who are here with me till the very end, congratulations in advance, because you are about to enter the world of magic, my friends, which is on your paper right now. So Imran sir, quick question, a little about your personal life, if that's okay.
Surely.
Okay.
Now, before we get on to that, can I tell them what to be, they
Ready
need to be
with?
ready with to write that?
Please, please.
So I'm here to tell you what you can look into your own handwriting. Yes, I'm going to teach you how to analyze your own handwriting, or if you have your loved ones, if you have a business partner, if you have your siblings around you, and you want to check their handwriting or signature, go quickly grab it and come and sit down with us. And if you have a unruled sheet paper, this is how I am signing. So I want you to pick up a unruled sheet, write your signature as big as possible. The reason why I'm asking you to write big, because I want you to see every single thing which you are connecting, the way you start your letter, the way you end it. I also want you to write your actual size of your signature, and do write down your full name. For me, it's important the name, the way you're going to show up. So keep this, and also keep making notes when I'm talking to you, so that you also have your handwriting sample onto the paper. So when I tell you to look into your handwriting, because I'm going to show you how people change their handwriting to influence their subconscious mind. So be ready for it. So everybody, if you are done being ready with this, so say that, Imran, I'm ready on the chat box. Yes, Mitesh, over to you now.
All right, everyone type an R for ready if you're ready to have a blank paper like this. Big signature, your actual small size signature, which is the default size signature, and your full name. Right, so quick question, Imran sir. When you decided to master handwriting analysis for the first time, there are so many options in the world, right? Like there is hypnotherapy, and then there is psychotherapy, there is psychology. You could have become a doctor for that matter. You could have become a law of attraction practitioner. You could have become an Ho'oponopono healer. But why did you specifically choose handwriting analysis to master? And why is this one program that not only you've decided to keep it for yourself, but you've decided to teach this to so many people? What's that reason in your personal life when you discovered that this is the science that you wanted to master? What's that reason that you made that decision, please?
Yeah, and this is a very personal thing to me, because everybody has one moment in the life which changes the entire trajectory for them, and that is the same thing which happened with me. And I want each one of you to listen to this story, because by the end of this program, you might actually resonate with this story and go back with a commitment what I got from this learning. Mitaji, to be very honest, and this is to the entire audience out there, when I started off, I was 21-year-old. That means I've been practicing this science for the past 19 years of my life.
Wow.
And when I started, Mitesh, I was only analyzing handwritings. I was enjoying it, because imagine the power. I look into somebody's handwriting. I know more about that person than the person himself knows about himself. So I started to analyze it. And to be very honest, the first thing I started doing was analyze handwriting, and I started enjoying the attention I was getting. Imagine, everybody, any party you go, you're the hero. Any business meeting you go, you are the star there. And everybody wants to get their handwriting analyzed. And I was completely enjoying this phase.
And you're 21 years old, so I'm sure you were looking at a lot of girls' handwritings at that time.
Yeah, anything. I was, there's so many things happening in my life, because my lecturers are asking me for analyzing, my friends are asking, my friends, family members are asking. So I was a star, and I was enjoying this phase, because who does not like spotlight? Everybody talk about spotlight on the chat boards. How many of you like, I was enjoying that phase of my life until something happened. Everybody ready for this? Mitaji, how many of you know Rotary Club? Rotary is a very beautiful organization, and it's a beautiful work they do on a social level. So one of the chapters of Rotary Club, the president invited me to come and speak to the Rotarians about the power of handwriting.
Right.
Imagine, Mitesh and everybody there, 21-year-old, I was already enjoying the spotlight. I was already enjoying the name and fame. And you already get an audience who are so senior to you, because Rotarians are very well-established people. There are so many, the people who have created so much of wealth that they're able to do it on a social, benefit to other people. And I got very excited. And Mitesh, and this is for everybody, I'm talking about the era, I did not have my own vehicle. And the president of the Rotary Club was, very kind enough. He said, Imran, the talk is at 7 o'clock. You come to my home around 6:30. I'll take you there. And from there, you can go home.
Right.
And everybody, I was very excited. So instead of coming at 6:30, I landed at 5:30. Because I came in
President's
early.
place.
Yeah, president home.
Okay.
So because I came early, and because I was there, the president and his wife started taking care of me, chai, snacks and everything. And in the process, the president of the Rotary Club introduced me to his spouse and saying that this is Imran, this is what he does. And you know what? I was very good at showing off my skills, right? So I analyzed the spouse handwriting, the wife of the Rotary Club president. And because I had a lot of time, I gave a detailed analysis, what I was basically showing off. And I did that. And after that, Mitesh and everybody, we went to the Rotary Club. I delivered my talk. I went back home.
Right.
Watch what happens next. 4 days later, I get a call on the landline. Yeah, I'm talking about the era where I did not have a mobile phone. I get a call on the landline, and the lady on the other side of the landline says, "Thank you, Imran, for saving my life." You know, 21-year-old, I could not really comprehend what exactly she's talking about. Why she's thanking me to save her life? Because I just analyzed the handwriting. मैंने कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं बात की. And she went on to tell me that, Imran, I have a grown-up children, and
Right.
all my life I have invested to see them growing, did everything to the family. And from the past couple of months and years, and what I'm experiencing is feeling insignificant, where nobody needs you because my children are grown up, they're very well settled, my husband is busy doing what everything. And you start feeling that you no more needed. How many of you have ever felt that feeling, Imran?
Yeah.
A feeling of insignificance where things are happening without even you being there, but you operated your life, all of your life, all for the family, for them, doing things for them, waking up, creating things, and you did it out of love and shraddha. But there is a point where we reach where you start feeling insignificant, and this is exactly what she was feeling. And Mitesh ji, she felt it to a level that she chose to end her life. Like she says, the day you had come home, Imran, I was waiting for both of you to go so I can go to my room and end my life.
That day,
The same very
she was
day.
going to commit suicide.
And when I analyzed her handwriting, she says, "You said the same very words my parents used to talk about my abilities. You said the same very words
Wow.
they used my parents to talk about my abilities, what I can do." And you know what, Imran? That day, from there on, I started delaying my decision of ending my life.
Wow.
And today is the fourth day, and I wanted to tell you that I thought I had decided to do something worthwhile of my life, and I thought I should tell you this for showing me a way.
Wow.
And she said, "Thank you," and she kept the phone.
Wow.
And trust me, the person who picked up the phone and the person who kept the phone was never the same.
Wow.
Because
That makes
I
sense.
never realized the potential handwriting has. I thought I'm just analyzing handwriting, telling people who they are, but I never realized that my analysis could actually save somebody's life.
Life.
And that changed everything for me, Mitesh.
Wow.
And from there on, I took on a commitment. And listen to me, my journey was not easy because I said I should not keep this science with me. I should create more people like me so that more people should have access to this power so that more lives could be saved.
Right.
And my goal was simple, and I hope everybody will be able to resonate with this. Even today, I tell this to my students. If you could add value to one life, or if you could save that one life,
Oh,
I think
yes.
you're worthy of being existent on this planet Earth. खुशी खुशी हम लोग जा सकते हैं because जिंदगी में क्या कि at least एक जिंदगी तो बचाई or added value to that life. And this is how it started. And trust me, how many of you are able to relate to that? Type in, R on the chat box because it is not just a, one incident in my life. It was a whole 360-degree shift because when I
Right.
went to my family and I said, I want to do this, I want to share this science with people. You know what my family said? Imran, I think you're stupid. You know why? Because you have this power. You are the hero. Why you want to create more competition for your own self? Why you want to give away your power to others?
That's true. That's the first thing people think. They don't want to give away their science to other people.
Yeah, and I took me some time and to do whatever it required to be done. And if I look back, thank God it happened. Thank God all these things happened because I would have
Right.
not been here today, living my purposeful life, if not that way.
Wow. Amazing. So that's where you decided to make handwriting analysis the mastery of your life and help other people become masters of handwriting analysis as well.
Because every incident, Mitesh, and this is for everybody. Do you know when people go for coaching and counseling, it takes a couple of sessions just to build rapport, just to break an
Yeah,
ice,
true.
just to win the trust. So now imagine you meet the person in the first meeting itself, more than the person speaking to you, you are doing the talking.
True.
And all it requires is one glance. And how many of you are able to relate? Hamari zindagi mein, at least once in our life, we have experienced this. This is called repentance. That is, I wish I have met that person. I wish I have spoken to that person.
Yeah,
I have
regret.
saved his life. Regret.
Yeah.
How many of you have that one regret, Imran? I felt that I could have done something, at least picked up that phone and spoken to him. Because after people take an action, it's very, easy to do it. But can you
True.
do it before that? Can you do it before
Makes
that?
sense. So, bottom line, can I say that from your experience, what you realized was that if there is one thing that you had to master that can absolutely transform your life and help you transform the lives of millions of people, the one thing would be handwriting analysis amongst all the millions of things in the world.
I
Wow.
decided, if I can, create an identity, a name and fame for myself by adding value to people's life, why not?
Wow.
Mitejji, when I talk about programs, and even today, some of the audience might be sitting and thinking, oh, we're going to be offering your program right now, we're going to be selling you right now. And I want you to really listen to this very carefully. If people are selling tobacco, liquor, gambling, and making money,
Yeah.
we are also making money by changing people's life. And
Yeah.
I
Much
believe
better.
this is a blessed money, and I don't hesitate talking about my program, enrolling people into my program and offering them to join my program, because I know out of this exchange of transaction of whatever we are doing in terms of money, you will have a better life, the easiest and the fastest way to become who you truly want to be in your life. How many of you are able to relate to this? Because it's no more about the money, it's about the commitment which money also brings in. And that's why when you enroll into the program, and how many of you want to earn this blessed money? Type in BM on the chat box, because लोग तो पैसे वैसे भी कमाते हैं जी.
Yeah. But make
The
blessed
way
money.
I am going to create, and every time you're going to be analyzing others' handwriting, every time you're going to add value to them, and whatever fees you want to collect from them, trust me, is a blessed money, because people have money to spend on their medicines,
Yeah.
on their divorce cases, in their all the challenges they have there in the business, wrong decisions, wrong partnership, bad investment. I think this is the best investment you can do for yourself, so that you can
No
actually
doubt.
become a superpower
How many
inside
of
of.
you agree this would be the best investment of our life if what he's saying is true, which I know it is? Type in the best in the chat window right now, everyone. Because trust me, I realized when I met Imran sir that this is truly one of the best sciences in the world. And that is why I decided that even though I'm in the manifestation world and I'm inviting people to join Law of Attraction, I still introduce Imran sir to many people because I want people to learn this science, because truly this is one science in the world which can transform you right now in all four areas of life: health, relationships, career, and money. And Imran, with your permission, can I share one quick story with them before you teach the first secret?
Yes, please.
All right, awesome. How many of you want to hear a mind-blowing story about a person who was struggling in his life financially and became a millionaire just with handwriting? Type in yes in the chat window if you're okay if I give you that quick story for inspiration to start with. So write down this name, Vishal. Vishal is a good friend of ours, and he's also a coach, and he's a naturopathy coach. Anybody knows what's naturopathy? Naturopathy is where you heal people using food, right? Like Ayurvedic methodologies, naturopathy methodologies, where the focus is not medicine, the focus is medicine through food. Now, he used to charge about 10,000 rupees per person, kind of a thing, as to his patients, where a patient would come to him, he would analyze the person's body, look at his medical reports, and then he would suggest naturopathy food recipes for the next 3 months and heal that person. Here is the problem. In spite of he being a magical coach at naturopathy, do you think he was easily making money as a healer, as a naturopathist? Type in yes or no. What do you think? Was it easy for him to get clients who want to be healthy? Was it easy for him to get clients who are following his recipe? No. Like, I'll give you the proof right now. How many people here are realizing you know you need to be eating healthy food, but you don't? Type in G for guilty if you're realizing that right now in the chat window. So Vishal, when he learned handwriting analysis from Imran sir, here is what he did. He went and did the entire graduation with Imran sir, entire mastery. He went through the first level, the second level, the third level, and he became an absolute master at it. And here is how his business formula works today, okay? He invites a person to his cabin and tells this person, here is a handwriting sample. I want you to write this on a blank paper, and then I'll talk to you after 10 minutes, okay? He writes that patient writes that paper. This is a true story, okay? When I heard this for the first time, I had goosebumps. That person would write down on this handwriting, and he would submit the paper to Vishal. And after 10, Vishal would say, okay, just wait here for 10 minutes and I'll come back. And here is what he would do. He will look at the handwriting, and everything he's learned from Imran sir, he would put that into implementation. In 10 minutes, he would analyze the handwriting, make some signals on the handwriting, make some marks on the paper. Then he would come back to the cabin, and here is what he would do. Without looking at that person's medical reports, he would say, this is the problem in your body in this part, this part, this part, and this part. It has been going on for this long. you can't sleep at night, you've got migraine, you've got blood pressure. He will predict everything as if he has seen your diagnostic reports. Now type in crazy if this is crazy. And if you agree with me, how many of you agree that the medical world works on trust? It's not about the doctor's expertise. Like when you meet a doctor, you need to trust the doctor. How many of you agree with that? Type in yes if you agree. You need to trust the doctor, right? If a person is able to read, if a doctor is able to analyze your life, your body, without looking at your diagnostic reports, on a level of 1 to 10, how much would you trust this doctor, guys? Come on, quickly tell me in the chat window. On a level of 1 to 10, how much would you trust this doctor? I would say 10, right? And then he would say, I give you a guarantee, 3 months, you will be eating a particular type of food, which I will tell you, but you will be doing something called as graphotherapy. Graphotherapy, Imran sir will teach you what it is later, where you'll make certain symbols on paper. You'll change your handwriting on paper every day for only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, every day. And in 3 months, your blood pressure will go. You'll reduce your diabetes problems. You'll heal your migraine problem. You'll heal your knee problem. And he would give these kind of claims to people with a money back guarantee. Now tell me, is this a mind-blowing business model? Type in yes or no in the chat window. Mind-blowing business model. Vishal became so good at this, okay? Today, he has come to a stage where he's making more than 40 to 50 lakh rupees a month. And the biggest achievement that he told me last, I don't know what happened after that, he charged a client, if I'm not wrong, Imran, was it 25 lakhs? Or was it 50? How much was it?
It is around 20 plus lakhs.
25 lakhs, right? There's a sheikh in Dubai. that sheikh actually gave him 25 lakh rupees for the same health coaching for which he used to charge 10,000 rupees because he started working with high individual network guys. Now, how many of you agree this is mind-blowing story? Type in yes or no. Now, that is what is possible with the secret that Imran sir is about to teach you. The reason I told you the story, because when you're listening to the secret that he's about to teach you, you better be awake, because I'm telling you, you're about to listen to a story related to a secret which Vishal implemented in his life and got 50 lakh rupees per month revenue. Today he's charging 25 lakh rupees only for one client. Type in wow if that's a wow, right? So Imran sir, I'm all yours. Let's look at what is the first secret to start with.
Thank you so much, Mitesh. And yeah, that's a brilliant story. Even today when I hear about it, I have goosebumps because if you're sitting there and wondering, Imran, how health, writing, food, don't worry, stay back. I'll tell you something. We have a tool which is called as graphotherapy. But before that, let me tell you about a story. You know what? Mitesh talked about one story. Let me talk about another story about a gentleman. And how many of you like to understand what type of results people could generate using the power of handwriting analysis? Now, imagine this scenario. You are graduate of a highest, accomplished academic, institution in India, that is Indian Institute of Management Studies. This person is doing there, completes the graduation, gets into sales job, corporate job, and something happens. He's not enjoying that process. And today, he started working on one important aspect of his personality. And that changed everything around in his life. And how many of you like to know that, Imran, what is that one thing which I can change, which can change the things for me just by looking at the handwriting?
Can we change that today? Can we identify that today in the handwriting itself?
Why not? Let's do that. Let's do that.
How many of you would love to learn what this one gentleman showed? And he will show you his picture later after he teaches you. A guy who went through IIM Ahmedabad, changed his life by changing something in his handwriting, that one thing in his handwriting. How many of you want to know right now what's in your handwriting right now? Type in me in the chat window if you're excited to learn that. Let's go, Imran sir.
So if you look into your handwriting, everybody, I can identify more than 128 things. But right now, I'm going to teach you something very interesting. Now look into your handwriting, and I want you to pick out one important letter, and that letter is the letter T. So the letter T is made up of two things. One is a stem. That is
Imran,
the stem.
sir, can I ask you to hold on for a second just to make sure that people don't manipulate their handwriting? Can everybody quickly write down one affirmation in the chat window, please? Not in the chat window, on your notepad. Just everybody write down an affirmation. I have already made. Now, whatever you want after that, write it after that. Write any one affirmation on your notepad. And more or less, every person's affirmations has T's somewhere in the handwriting.
Yeah.
And if there is no handwriting, if there is no T in the affirmation anywhere, please write down Mitesh. There's a T in Mitesh.
Yeah. You can also write down the turtle, turkey.
Turtle, turkey. Write down these words: turtle, turkey. Type in done if you're done writing an affirmation with has some letter T. If you're writing my name Mitesh, if you've done writing turtle or turkey, then let's type in done in the chat window. Yes, Imran sir. Now let's go for it because now they can really see what's on their handwriting, which are showing them.
Yeah. So what I want you to look into your handwriting is now look at the letter T. And letter T has two parts to it. One is the stem, that is the standing line. And the other one is a crossbar where you have crossed the T. Now I want you to look into one part of this element. Look into your handwriting and you see if your T bar is going more to the left hand side. So this is how it looks like. Can you see that your T bar is going more to the left hand side? So even if it is balanced, you will see that it is going more to the left. So everybody type in me on the chat box if this is what you do it. And even if your stem is not like this, you might be writing it like this. You might be actually writing it like this. So no matter what is the style of your stem, look at the crossbar and tell me, Imran, I have that in my handwriting on the chat box. Everybody look at the chat box because these are the real people who are doing their own analysis. I'm not looking into their handwriting. They're looking into their own handwriting and they're figuring it out what exactly is their handwriting talking about it. So everybody tell me, Imran, I do this, or me on the chat box.
So anybody's got left, type in left in the chat window if you've got more to the left, please. Okay, some people have got balanced. Some people are saying they don't write the crossbar at all. Okay.
Yeah. And I know I'll not be surprised, Mitesh, that some people don't even write the letter T properly. So that is also saying something about them.
Okay, let's understand what that means. Let's go for it.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my material and I'm going to show you what exactly this means. Do you know that it actually means that you have something called as procrastination? What is procrastination? There are many ways of saying procrastination. There are many ways of explaining procrastination. But the way I really wanted to get this, everybody on your screen right now, this is called procrastination. And what are we looking for is we're looking for a T bar, which is predominant to the left-hand side. And see, it's not me who's telling it. The material is going to tell you who this is. Procrastination is a thief of time and progress. How many of you experience this in your life, Imran? Yes, this is what is happening. I'm losing out on the time and progress. And you know what? This writer has the desire to postpone all the unpleasant tasks. And this person has no regard for time and money. When people say, Imran, how can I fix my money frequency? This is how I can look into your handwriting. Are you all with me on that? He may be having the best of intention, but you know what? Everything gets postponed until tomorrow. Everybody say, Imran, you're talking about me on the chat, on the chat box. Tell me, this is the reality of my life. No regard for time and money. And you're the guy who will be, if exam is tomorrow, you will study tonight. If your presentation is tomorrow at 11 o'clock, you're working on 8 o'clock. Not that you don't have time, you don't have the resources. You always keep things at the last moment. And that's why you always end up with the feeling that our time I could have done it more better. If I have gotten a little more time or a little more resources, I would have done it more better. And this is how you're depriving yourself from success, money, and progress in your life.
How many of you would agree that procrastination is literally destroying our frequency, destroying our attraction of what we want in our life? Type in I if some of you can relate that. Yes, right now you've got procrastination and you can see it in your T bar that it's more towards the left. I realized it was for me once upon a time. I changed it and I could see a dramatic shift in my behavior after that. So Imran sir, is it possible for these people to get rid of this procrastination? Because many of them are doing affirmations, but they're not able to take action because of this procrastination habit. So if they change this, can they actually upgrade their frequency and become someone who's called as action taker?
Yeah, that's exactly is the idea. So even if you're writing your T-bar balance, some of you have this procrastination. You know why? It has already started making space in your brain. And this is the last stage where your left is going. So imagine even before you get into the level of procrastination, and how do you pull yourself out of it is by getting your T-bar right. So can I show them the handwriting sample of a person who I really worked with? And everybody on your screen right now. So look at the before handwriting. So before handwriting is, if you look at the entire paragraph here, how many of you are able to see the T bar
Right.
is going more to the left-hand side? And you know what? You might be looking at one T saying that, Imran, balance it. Can you see that here in this handwriting also the T bar is going to the right-hand side? It has a different meaning. But right now, even if it is going to the right, even if it is balanced here, how many of you say the majority of the T's are going to the left-hand?
Yeah. The pattern.
Yeah.
Yes.
And some of them are very happy saying that, नहीं नहीं मेरा balance है, नहीं नहीं मेरा सब ठीक है. When you look into an expert's eye, you know what? I will find out more about you than what you think about yourself. So don't worry. It's your first attempt. It's okay to get it, right there. Some of you smiling there right now, so I get that. So now what happens? So Imran, what is the right way of doing it? Just balance it out and make sure not just balance it out, just put it on the top also. I'll tell you more about this when we discuss it little later. And Mitesh, can I tell them what type of results the person created after doing this?
Please.
And ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Rajat. Rajat is an amazing action taker. You know what? I love him for one quality that after he worked on his graphotherapy, he has a very beautiful story. Some of you should be really watching this complete story of Rajat. He's such a huge inspiration because how he came into my community and how he went on to create a result. See, look at this. An IMM graduate, come from a corporate sales background and was initially a cynic. Like he did not believe in this science. And like Imran, aisa hi ho nahi sakta. But he took a leap of faith into handwriting analysis and became a full-time handwriting analyst. Yeah, today he's not working corporate. He is working one-to-one, consulting people, showing them coaching way. And you know what? I was surprised with Izzy. I could not believe it when I was interviewing him. He says, Imran, in the last 2 years, I have learned and I applied handwriting analysis and I have created more than 40 lakh rupees just by coaching people in handwriting analysis. And you know what? He has also learned other modalities, but he says, Imran, my go-to factor, when somebody comes to me, even before they open up and tell me the challenge, I tell them about the problems in their life, or I tell them about the challenges in their life, and everything shifted for me there. How many would like to have such a power? Because see, पैसे तो कोई भी बना सकता है, और हमारे पास ऐसा, we have a system where you can actually go ahead and create this. But more important, in the process of earning 40 lakh rupees, imagine how many lives he has moved and inspired. That is more important.
That's so true. That's so true.
How many people are like?
By the way, how many of you are realizing this works already? Type in this works if you're realizing this works. It's so simple. You understand something in the handwriting which is already there. You change it as per science and you've got the result, right? It's scientific. It works. And to give you the biggest proof, Imran, can you give us an example of a couple of successful people in the country or in the world who had the same T which we are asking people to develop? Because it shows us proof that scientifically people who by mistake or by any unconscious reasons they had the same T for massive action takers and hence successful leaders in the world. Can you give us some names?
Yeah, I have tons of handwriting samples. When you become part of my community, Mitesh, I have a material where I have handwriting samples of we have Hitler's handwriting, we have Mahatma Gandhi's handwriting, we have Shahid Bhagat Singh's handwriting, we also have handwriting of Nelson Mandela, Amitabh Bachchan, and you'll see some of the elements. And you must be wondering, Imran, they're making millions of dollars and they've been very successful. And how is it? You know what? Everybody has that potential, but it is covered with the dust of the self-doubt, whether this is for me or not for me. All these things will happen. And now it is important for you to right now get into that fixing mode and eliminate it right now. And you know what? The best thing about human brain is that, Mitesh, we are talking about procrastination, but now everybody got distracted about what if I write like this? What if can you see that? How you're pulling yourself away from this conversation? How you're pulling away yourself from the opportunity to get present to it? You are just getting to look at your handwriting for the first time, and you're already getting diverted. Now look at how exciting this science is. Just one glance and you have so many things. Kabhi tea to likha, lekin itna, exciting nahi tha tea. All of a sudden the tea became so exciting there.
Amazing. So first sign of danger was the left. I think that's what you were talking about, right? The first sign of danger of having procrastination in your tea. You said two signs.
Yes.
So what's another
one? Are you ready for the second one? How many of you have this, biggest problem? Even before I tell you about what we are talking about, let me read out the description of the behavior I'm talking about. And I'm going to ask you how many of you fall into this category, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, even before I tell you what to look into your T-bar, because, some of you are very smart people, you think, nahi, sab theek hai, Imran. Some of you, even if you don't have it. And by the way, Mitesh, can I also break one jinx right now here?
Sure.
And some of you will not like this answer. Mitesh, there are some people in the hall right now, they don't have procrastination in their handwriting, but in their own mind, they have a wrong perception about themselves that they have
Oh,
procrastination. And they have this biggest reason why they're not successful. They use the story saying, "नहीं मेरे को है ना procrastination problem with that's why." So can you see that how you're covering up that story that you have? You don't have procrastination. Your handwriting is not saying, but
oh.
आपको लगता है ये.
So it's like
So
a
it's like,
limiting
you
belief
know,
in law of attraction, which we
yeah.
call, right?
It's like my grandmom going to the doctor and says, doctor साहब ये दर्द है, ये problem है, and the doctor is getting the all medical checkup done,
कुछ नहीं
all
है.
report comes normal, but my granny is not happy. Like, ये doctor ठीक नहीं है. इसको कुछ नहीं याद है. How many of you are, Imran, this is the truth. Type in truth on the chat box because some of you sitting there and think like that.
Limiting
मैं तो
belief.
बहुत
How many of you
procrastinate
find
करता हूँ.
this?
Yeah. Handwriting is not just about finding out what is wrong in your handwriting. Handwriting is also about what is the wrong information you're operating your life with.
Whoa. Whoa.
And I'm proving you that you don't have procrastination. Some of them convincing me, "नहीं मेरे पास procrastination है." It's like my granny confirming with the doctor, "मेरे को problem है, मेरे को ये problem है."
Wow. How else can we see that in the handwriting?
Okay, there are many ways. Okay, we
Okay.
have something called as trait stacking. मैं तो आपको अभी एक ही letter दिखा रहा हूँ. I'm just
Okay.
showing you one letter,
Done.
but I have a possibility where I show you combination of behaviors which they come together. And
Wow.
whenever it is not just about behavioral analysis. It is about the trait. Everybody write down this word called as TRAIT, trait. When I look into your handwriting, I'm not analyzing your mood, feelings, your emotions. I'm looking at the concrete behavior of yours. Trait
Right.
means your behavior which has become your identity.
Right.
And this is what we are identifying right now. So the second one is the most dangerous. Like I tell this to people, if you
More
join
dangerous
the
than
program,
procrastination.
yeah, more dangerous than procrastination. If you do my program, if it is the only thing you go back home with, this will be the one thing. You know what?
Wow.
The problem with most of us is that you have all this list of things. The list of things is how many of you have this beautiful mindset, and the mindset is like this. Everybody on your screen right now. The first statement you always come with anything which comes as an opportunity in front of you is that, why try? I can't get there anyways. This is not for me. How many of you have this immediate reaction for any opportunity that this is not for me? Type in me on the chat box. And many of us have this one problem, Imran. I don't think very much of myself. ये तो बड़े लोगों के लिए है. This is for people who are very learned. I don't even know how to speak English. I don't even know that. And not only that, Mitesh, that they can't even accept compliments.
Yeah.
They don't take care of themselves. And the biggest problem these people have is that they can't say no. And the problem is because they can't say no, what happens is that because they end up saying yes instead of saying no, and the repercussion is shown in every person in their family. Because frustration, though, it has to come out, and it comes out in all the possible ways. How many of you are able to relate to that? You're not taking care of yourself.
Yeah, I know someone like that.
Biggest go to factor is that, why try? Anyways, it's not for me. So you're even because you don't take action, you start finding faults with the opportunity also.
Right.
The fees is so high. I want to do platinum. If you're so committed to doing work, you should give it for free. All this, why? You will find problems even with the opportunity because you have a very beautiful habit of pushing away the things which is coming to you.
Right.
And you get a toothache, you will not go to the doctor. The toothache has to get converted into an infection. Something big should happen. Then you're
Then
not
we go
able
to
to
the
do it.
doctor.
Then go to. Why? Because in the list of priorities in your own life, you're the last one.
Oh. Yeah, this is definitely more dangerous than procrastination. You're saying this can be visible in handwriting?
Yeah. Because you know what? As much as I'm telling you this problem is, I will love to hire people like this. You know why? These are the people who will never ask for an increment.
Oh.
They will proudly say, Imran, I'm working for 17 years in the same company, 20 years in the same company. How much have you grown? And why are you not asking for increment? They gave me job when nobody was giving me. So that's why,
Right.
ask them. How many of you are able to relate to this? And these are the people who will stay in bad relationships.
For a long time. Oh.
Yeah, they'll come to you saying that, Imran, I have a problem. Help me. How do I resolve this? Everything. But somewhere they have accepted it. This is my reality.
Right.
This is my reality.
Okay,
How many of you are able to
I'm
relate?
super excited to see what is there in the handwriting. I want to see it.
No, let me tell you more about that before I
No,
tell
no,
you.
I want to see the
Yeah, and
handwriting
let me rub this into all of you because you need to really focus on this. How many of you you give people money and you can't ask the people your own money back. And you know what, Mitesh, the story is, you prepare script to ask your own money back, and you convince your own self, he's in a difficult time now.
Right.
If he'll feel that I'm not supporting him in
Yeah.
time of, testing times, I'm not there.
And then they do affirmations that my money is back.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't work.
Because somewhere they're okay,
Right.
and some
So
of like
true.
at least half, at least half.
Oof, this is dangerous stuff.
Says at least half. So, okay, I think I should tell them what is there in the handwriting, because some of them, they're without even looking at the handwriting, they're actually telling me, yes, Imran, mere ko ye problem hai, but I want to confirm that. So, look into, again, we are talking about the letter T, and there are two elements to it, and they are looking at this. Everybody on your screen right now, when you write your T, look at, you might be crossing your T very low, or you might be crossing it here, or you might be crossing it here. So, that means to say that either you're crossing your T bar very low, or it is fluctuating. Imran, it is not in the same place. Every time it is in a different place. Congratulations, you have a problem. The problem is called as low self-esteem. Write down this, everybody.
Oh,
So the problem here, Mitesi, is that these people are the people who are dealing with a big problem or the challenge in their life, and that is self-esteem. And if you don't know what is self-esteem is basically a combination of self-respect and self-confidence.
wow.
Yeah, I see some responses like, oh my God, this is so true. How many of you are able to, yeah, Imran, this is reality of my life. This is very true. And even if you don't agree with me, I'm going to respect that, because I know it's too much for you to comprehend in a given time. And I know I'm talking about the things which is the reality of our life, and I'm okay with that. You know why? When I analyzed my own handwriting for the first time, I thought I'm the most amazing, smart, intelligent person on the
Right.
planet. But I did not like all the information I got from my own handwriting, because no, it was not a good news.
Yeah.
It was not a good news. So it's completely fair and acceptable if you don't. Are you with me on that? So this is how self-esteem is impacting you. And people who don't have the T bar, in a consistent level, not balanced out, this is what is going to happen. That is low self-esteem. That is low self-esteem. And you know what, Miteji, if somebody can change this and can create results, and what type of results you're able to do it, I think most of us have this problem. And the reason why we need to really work on our life is, you don't give yourself importance. And it will take you a lot of time to get, understand that.
True.
So if you increase your self-esteem, you become unstoppable. Everybody, how many of you want to become unstoppable?
Yeah, that makes sense. Everybody type in you if you want to be unstoppable. All you need to do is work on your self-esteem. And now, for the first time in your life, you have a scientific method to upgrade your self-esteem by working on a particular letter in your handwriting. Now, there are more things coming. Now, some of you may be thinking, two of these things didn't relate to me yet. Wait, there's more things coming to you. But before that, you remember we spoke about Rajat. Imran, can you now tell us that how, because of his self-esteem went up, what happened in his life because of that?
Yeah, so he attracted more money. He's now successful. Now he's no more a corporate employee. He is the boss of his own. And you know what? Let's go beyond Rajat, Mitesh. Let me introduce you to this amazing person right now. And this is everybody on your screen right now. We have this beautiful, amazing personality I want to share with you. This is Kirti. Everybody say hello to Kirti there. She started as a home engineer. See that, from being a homemaker to being a published in leading magazine. Today, as a master practitioner of graphology, she earns her own income. And all of this is possible because if you increase your self-esteem, you become unstoppable. No matter what challenges you're dealing with your life, you know how to stand by that. And you know what? She didn't just survive, she became the role model for her family. And you know how her handwriting from this to this. Look at this. Everybody.
Wow. Can we expand the before?
Yeah. So look at the before
This is
handwriting. And some of
amazing.
you, see this, how the T-bar is fluctuating. See, sometimes on the top, sometimes to the right, sometimes, to the low. And now using graphotherapy. Graphotherapy is not just by putting your T-bar on the top. There's a certain way which we're going to be talking about. And everybody look at how her signature was also before, and now look at how her signature is right now. So we work on a overall perspective about who you are and what you become in the process of working on your own handwriting. I have tons
Amazing.
of case studies like this, Mitesh, where people come in and they realize the potential they have and they go on to become unstoppable. From a person who, I have people in my community, Mitesh, who could not even speak in the session. They never opened up. They did not really talk about it, but now they go on to create results. So today I was talking about Kirti ji. So now she got published in a college magazine talking about
Wow.
alternate career for women using handwriting analysis.
Wow.
This is a screenshot of that. And this is the level of
Amazing.
identity all the ladies who
Oh
have
my
issues
God.
with their identity crisis are creating. And my favorite story is of my student who went on to get featured in Times of India. How many of you agree with me that Times of India,
Yeah.
it's one of the leading newspapers in the country. And this lady never spoke to me in this session, Mitezi, never chose to unmute and ask me question. She learned handwriting analysis, changed her life, became unstoppable. She went on to analyze handwritings.
Wow.
And Times of India, which calls her, everybody on your screen right now, look at this. She puts up a stall on handwriting analysis, talking to children about the benefits of it. And the Times of India says, Poonam Bhonsle, a handwriting expert.
Wow.
If you like to create success story like that.
Wow.
So it's,
how many of
for
you would love
me-
to be that very soon? Type an I in the chat window if you would love to be in that Times of India newspaper very soon. That is amazing. This is a really amazing, Imran sir. But along with these two things, can we see, like for an example, I saw a big difference between Kirti ma'am's signature before and after. You said we're going to learn something about 3 things about signature also.
Yes.
What's that about the signature that I can identify about myself?
Oh, I have a lot of things to share with you. So, how many of you are ready to understand more about the signature? Because, gradually we're going to the second part of my promise to all of you that what are the 3 important things which you need to really focus on your signature to catapult your success. And the first category of the signature is something which we call it as a scribbled signature. So, write down this word, everybody. What is a scribbled signature? Yeah. So what happens when you have a scribbled signature, Mitesh, is that you don't understand. Okay. So what are we talking about here right now is everybody on your screen right now. Let me show you so that it makes sense to you. So we come to a segment where we're talking about the 3 golden rules of signature that will fast track your success. And the first thing what you need to look into handwriting and in your signature specifically is this is a scribbled signature. And the characteristic of a scribbled signature is you can't understand what is written in the signature. And some people do this out of some, silly, reasons. I'm sorry for the word silly because you wanted to make your signature more complicated. You thought nobody should copy your signature. So in the name of complicated signature, in the name of fancy signature, you end up doing this.
So what does this mean? How does this manifest into certain problems in life of health, relationships, career, or money as a person?
Yeah. So let me tell you this. People who have a scribbled signature are the people who have a mismatch between what they say and what they do. The biggest problem they are dealing with in their life is that, their conscious and the subconscious mind is not in sync.
Oh.
And when this happens, I may promise you so many things, but I may not be able to deliver you. And you know what? When you write scribbled signature, you're actually communicating to your people around you on a subconscious level that my time is more important than your time. Then, Imran, how is there such a big thing? Have you not come across people who tell you, I wanted to call you, but I thought you were going to be busy. I thought you're not going to be interested. And you always felt left out because people always felt that you're not there. And not all these things are different things.
Right.
Now, everybody on your screen right now, the biggest challenge people who have a scribbled signature is that you shy away from taking responsibilities of your own decisions. How many of you take a decision, something goes wrong out of the decision, it's no more your decision. I wanted to invest. उन्होंने बोला is that person said it. I have not listened to him, and you actually do this. And not only that, Mitesh, I have tons of information to share with you from every single signature because the most important thing is that people find inauthenticity with you. What do you mean by inauthenticity is you have the best of offer, you have the best of qualification, you have the best of a product nobody wants to buy from. You have the best of the qualification, nobody is giving you a job. You have the best of the personality, nobody wants to get into a relationship with you because your vibe, your frequency is inauthenticity. How many times have you met somebody and you felt there's something, he's a good man, but something is off about him? Why? Because we experience the frequency. How many of you are able to relate to this? Everybody type in me on the chat box.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now imagine this is happening with you. Yeah.
Yeah, That makes sense. So one is scribbled signature. How many of you, by the way, found, is it okay for you to be honest about it and share in the chat window? Did you find your signature is scribbled? Type in I in the chat window, please, if you found your signature to be scribbled. And did you realize that, yes, that is impacting how people relate with you? And unconsciously, people are not able to really connect with you as much as you would like them to. You're not able to sell things to other people as much as you would like to. And selling is not always about products or courses. It's also about your conversations. You're not able to convince people the way you would like to because they don't feel that authenticity with you sometimes because of that scribbled signature in your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Yes, Imran sir, you were showing something about the signature there.
Yeah, because people buy you first and then the services. And on the
Yeah.
frequency level, this is where the gate crashing happens.
True.
Now, this is about a doctor, Mitesh. Look at this signature. This is called scribbled signature. Now, if I don't tell you what is the name of the doctor, you don't know whether it is an S, you don't know whether it is an M.
Yeah.
Now, after coming to our community, what he did was he worked on his, signature.
Whoa.
What happened out of this, Imran? Just likhne se change ho jata hai? Yes, you change your frequency. That's exactly it is. If you can change your frequency with affirmation, if you can change your frequency by, doing every single day,
Right.
your energy and your frequency, why not with the handwriting also? Because remember, it is all about reprogramming your subconscious mind. And you know what happened? Now, this is Dr. Sanjeev Shekhar. He's an orthopedic surgeon who believes medicine and graphotherapy go in hand. You know what he went on? Imran, मेरी जिंदगी में इतने बदलाव. I experienced so much. Now he suggests graphotherapy to his patient.
Wow.
His entire family, his wife, his children are writing graphotherapy with us. And you know what? Just by changing his frequency, he was able to earn 1 lakh rupees in one single day.
Wow.
One single day, he was able to create that. And for me, the win is, it's not just about the money, it's about who you become in the process. Can you become the magnet for success? Can you become magnet for money? Can you become magnet for prosperity? How many of you like to have that? Type in M on the chat box.
How many of you would love to become magnets? Come on, type in M for magic, M for magnet in the chat window for money in your life. And imagine you could do that by making small changes in your handwriting. With respect to time, Imran sir, would it be possible that we could learn the rest of the two things quickly together instead of separate?
Yes, please.
One after another.
Surely, please. The next thing is, I want to go to a very important thing that is called as our surnames in our signature. So I want you to, everybody quickly, what I'm going to do is, because I want to share you so many things, so I want to be a little faster here. Now, if you look into your signature, and I'm okay if some of you don't have, so look at this, your signature has two parts to it. The one part is called as your first name, and the second part is your surname. Perfect. And I want to tell you, your surname represents either your dad's name, your spouse name, or your family name. Now, I want to show you, and I want you to quickly look into your signature and see if you're doing any of these three things, or maybe all of these three things. Now, look into your handwriting, what you're doing with your surname. Now, the first thing you might be doing with your surname is, are you overwriting your surname? Oh. So are you circling something over it? Are you writing something which is overlapping within the letter there? Or the second thing you might be doing with your surname is, in the process of crossing the signature or underlining the signature, you're cutting through the letter or the name. Oh. Or the third thing would be, look at the first name is bigger and the second name is smaller. So type in, everybody, on the chat box, 1, 2, or 3, or all three there on the chat box there. So can you see, some of you have this third as a problem, some of you have this second as a problem. And this is where, Mitesh, when people ask me, Imran, how do I identify relationship in handwriting? This is how it happens, because your surname is represented as your spouse name, as your family name, and how you resonate with them talks a lot about it.
So how does that manifest in our life, the interpretation? So
the communication becomes, at stake in your relationship. You want to say something, but you're not able to say it to them. And many of us use decoy. I want to tell something to Mitesh, but I will not talk to you. I'll talk through my mother, rather than to my, father directly, talking. Like, how many of you have done that? Like, you want to say it, but you always need a communicator because the relationship is, at stake. What is also important is that there's so much of unresolved communication happening. You want to say things, you want to do things, and you're not able to do it. And you know what? All of this is different. But what is happening is that there is a different frequency which you are operating with and they are operating with. And sometimes you feel superior, or you feel that my family does not understand Imran. I wish they could be so open to it. I wish they could actually work on it. Can you see that? All of this impacts. And you know what, Mitesh, sometimes people don't understand the importance of this. But every time you're writing, Mitesh,
Right.
It feels like it's like a stab in your heart. How many of you are able to relate to this? Yes, Imran, this is the reality. This is
Oh,
the reality. And this is how it looks like. Everybody look into the screen, the before handwriting and the after handwriting, the signature right now.
wow. There's a big difference.
There's a big difference. And this is an amazing testimonial we have. Everybody on your screen right now, this is the signature of Shamolima. She came in as a homemaker, and thanks to her family who supported her because she was able to fix the relationship. She was being open to tell what she wants to do, open to ask what she wants to create. And that changed for her. And today,
Wow.
look at that. She not only focused on her health, she also made money. She also made her relationship better.
Wow.
Migraines of 25 years went away. She was having so many challenges, and today she made 8 lakh rupees just by coaching others into what you're doing.
Wow.
And
This
all
is
it required was to fix the
amazing.
relationship of asking and standing up for it. How many of you are like, Imran, I want this result in my life?
Wow.
Because I want to tell you, if you can be complete with your source, our parents are our our source, our family members are our source,
True.
and many of us are feeling not being contained in our life is because of this.
Yeah. And the best part is we don't have to go through years of counseling now. We just have to change something in our handwriting to connect back with our source and feel that completion within us. And as a result of
Yes.
that, see the manifestation in our life.
Very
Wow.
true.
Brilliant. Brilliant. What's another thing that we can change in handwriting?
Okay, so because we're talking about surname, one of the things which I really want, when I work with people, especially when I work with celebrities, this is one common problem I come across. In their own signature, they don't have their own name. How many of you have this? Imran, in my own signature, I don't have my own name. So what happens is, so let's assume, as an example, everybody on your screen right now. So what is happening is, imagine this is my signature, right? Imran Baig. So imagine I'm doing this. So I'm just writing I and the surname. I'm just, if my name, Pooja Sharma is your name, you're just writing P Sharma. So how many of you do this? And because you do this, you are actually pushing yourself
Wow.
way behind in the race of success.
So
Now,
first letter is the person's first name,
yes.
and then the last name is full.
Yeah, it's like Mitesh Khatri. You're just writing M
M.
Khatri.
Khatri. And what
Yeah.
happens as a result of that in my life?
Because your surname represents your family, the people who you are associated with or connected with. What happens is, so let me break this down for you on the screen right now. So the one important thing which I really want you to understand is that if you do this, your personality becomes highly influenced by the person
Oh,
who the surname represents. So I've seen people sitting in business meetings, they're not asking questions because they have a question. They're asking, I know if I go back, my father will ask me this type of question.
oh.
You know what, Imran, I want to do your program, but I'm sure my husband will ask me this question. So let me take
Connect
this
back.
question. Yeah. So let me ask you
Ah,
this question on their behalf.
right.
Everybody give me a smiley, if you do,
Yeah.
even if you go to a program, like you will ask question, not because you have it, because you have to go and answer it.
And then subconsciously they feel like I've been dominated by my family or I've
Yeah.
been dominated by my spouse, but actually subconsciously
Yeah.
I have allowed them to overpower me because I see myself smaller than I see them.
Yeah.
Wow.
And not only that, Mitesh, the biggest problem is whenever people write like this, the biggest reality, write down this, everybody, that the biggest reality is your plan B is stronger than your plan A. So I meet people who write like this, and the typical problem is, you know what, Mitesh, they say, Imran, I want to do this. If it does not work, I will go back to my family business. Imran, I
Right.
will get onto the competitive examination. And if it does not crack, I'll go back to my job. So can you see
Right.
that your plan B is more confident even before you join the program? Some of you like, "Koi baat nahi, itna hi to
Wow.
invest hai. So even if I don't get it, at least I'll learn something." So how many of you are able to see this? Imran, plan B, type in plan B on the chat box. And this is the killer. This is where
Right.
your prosperity is getting impacted. And I want to show you this, Mitesh, because you are, it's like when you start writing. So let me give you a clarity right now. On your screen right now, I have a very beautiful case study. This is Naveen Sharma's signature. Look at N Sharma before the
Ooh.
program, before working with us. And after
Oh
that,
boy.
and look at the shift he created from a person who was playing, not in the front foot, but the back foot. Now, what he went on to create this. He lost weight and reversed his high blood pressure,
Wow.
made one powerful change in his signature, received double promotion in the government sector. And you know how
Wow.
challenging it is to get a promotion in the government sector. and
Yeah.
reach a level that most people wait the entire life to achieve, and he did
Wow.
it effortlessly. So this is what is possible.
Magic. This is
This
magic.
is man.
And what if it's the other way around? I don't know if we are supposed to cover this in the curriculum today, where it just first name is full and the last name is just one letter. If it's the other way around.
Okay, so if you're just writing, forget about the initial. If you're just writing own single name, so if you're just
Right.
writing Mitesh, you're not even
Mitesh.
writing Khatri.
Right.
So the right term I call you as is called as a warrior. Why I call you as a warrior is because you are a person who has sustained so many things in his life.
Hmm.
You have seen the world before beyond your age. You have experienced the world beyond your,
Right.
experience or understanding before even you were prepared for it. How many of you will relate to that? You became adult much early in your life, not at 18 years of age.
Wow. That
Even
makes
today,
sense.
people come to you for support. You're always available for others. You're always there. But when you need it, nobody's there.
Hmm.
And people will also justify why they're not for you. Like, you are the one who's helping others. What can I help you? Can you see that this is what?
So either the last name is not there, which means the influence of the family is not even there, or even if that's one small letter,
Yeah. And subconsciously you're pushing them away,
you're
but
pushing them away.
consciously you're also complaining that I'm away.
Yeah. And then we do affirmations that I have the support of all my family members.
Yeah.
But unconsciously, I don't allow them to support me.
Yeah.
I keep doing everything myself like a warrior.
Can I
Wow.
tell you one big statement right now? I think everybody should write this down. The biggest affirmation is your own signature, because every time you sign, you're putting across a message not just to the universe, but also to your subconscious mind. Your
Wow.
signature is your biggest affirmation,
Wow.
because every time
Type in
you
yes,
sign
everyone.
in, yeah, you're putting across a message not just to the universe, but also to your subconscious mind. You're reaffirming. And without even you knowing, you're vibrating at this frequency. And you wonder why people don't come to
Wow.
me, why they're not really, reaching out to me. And this is what is happening.
Wow. So, Imran, is it possible that when we join the first step program, just by the first program itself, we learn the exact science of the signature, make perfect changes in our signature by learning that, and then we're able to not solve only these 3 things that we can change in our signature, but any other things that we need to learn? Scientifically, will we get perfect notes to be able to understand what we can change in our signature rather than like, and the reason I'm asking this is sometimes we have to go in the market and say, okay, here is 5,000 rupees, analyze my signature and help me change my signature. But I always have this doubt that I don't know what the other person is suggesting me is good for me or not. But here,
Yeah.
will I be able to get that education that I know everything required, not only to change in my handwriting, but also in my signature? Will that be possible?
Yeah, so I'll make it more exciting. This is for everybody. Mitaji, many people come to me and say, Imran, you tell me what changes I should make. I will do it accordingly. No, don't give me so much of power. I look up to you as a leader. I want each one of you to sit with me, go through the process, find out what your handwriting and signature is speaking about you and to the people around you. And then you choose what is working, because some of you are enjoying being a warrior. Some of you are enjoying having a plan B option. Some of you are enjoying being away from the family. So why will you change just because I'm asking to do it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it more exciting for you, Mitesh. I will not just talk about your signature. I will also talk about your handwriting, because your handwriting has more letters than your signature.
Right. So true. That makes a lot of sense. By the way, how many of you are realizing this is simple and you can do this? Okay. If I give you a notepad with a complete instruction saying A to write this way, B to write this way, C to write this way, after understanding that science in just a few hours, how many of you think then you can definitely do it? Can you type in I can if you can do this much? A lot of times people tell me, I'm confused, Mitesh. I don't know how manifestation works. I don't know how to understand my limiting beliefs. But if we could give you a manual of your brain and you just have to look at that manual, make those changes, itna to kar sakte ho ki nahi kar sakte? Okay, can you do that much? Type in I can, everybody in the chat window. If you can, and if you're now ready to be part of the first program, can you type in R for ready? Now see, some of you will feel a very strong calling right now. Some of you won't, which is okay. Those of you who are feeling the strong calling, type in R for ready. We're going to show you what is the special offer right now. And then after that, we'll go into the third secret of how you can rewire your subconscious mind tonight before you sleep. Okay, so let's get ready to understand what is that special offer, and we'll take only 10 minutes and then we'll get back to the program to understand the third secret. How many of you are ready for these 10 minutes? Everybody type in yes in the chat window. And Platinum members, watch carefully because you have a very special gift coming in, which I will introduce to you after 10 minutes. Watch. Yes, Imran sir, what are we getting as part of the first step program?
So do stay back, because remember we talked about changing your handwriting can change your behavior. I'll explain you the science behind it. Stay back. But right now, it's time for you to take an action. So first of all, let me tell you this. When you join my program, you don't have to wait for the date or a badge. My program starts for you tomorrow. How does it really work? So Mitesh ji, let me ask this question to all the people out there. How many of you can do only this for the next 21 days? All I want you to do is, can you write one page of graphotherapy? Can you please write one page every single day? Everybody said do it
Takes
on the
about
chat
what,
box.
5-10 minutes
So
every day?
yeah.
I
So
can.
all I have to do is, what if I tell you for the next 21 days, you don't have to do anything. I'm going to send you this material and you have to write
Wow.
one page. And after you write this page, take a picture and send it to us. And what if I tell you, there's a book where you write every single day, and you just don't write it. What you also do is you take a picture and send it not to me, but to a specific personal facilitator given to you. How many
Wow.
people like to have that? Why
Okay.
not? Because it's just not about writing down, Miteji. It's also about, are you doing it the way it is required to be done?
Right.
How many of you love to have a feedback on a regular basis for the next 21 days when you write
Am
it?
I writing my letters correctly based on the book over there? Wow. How many of you would love to have a personal facilitator? Type in PF in the chat window if you would love to have a personal facilitator. That's what he's offering today. This is mind blowing. What else?
Yeah. So not only that, how many of you're writing it for the first time, and how many of you struggle to write, Imran? I have not written for a long time. I have to get it into writing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you hand exercises. Everybody raise your hand up. I did not tell you one thing. Your handwriting and your signature is not coming from your hand. It is coming from your brain.
Yeah,
And
so
the
true.
best of results is possible in your life in terms of your health when you work on your brain. And to do that, you need to learn hand exercises. Everybody raise your hand up now and just do like this. So even the way you move your fingers has something to do with your brain. Stay back, I'll tell you more about it. So how many of you are excited about learning hand exercises? And the best part is, Miteji, don't only practice it, also ask them to share it with their family members, because we do have many
Wow.
children who write one paragraph, they're already doing like this, pain in the hand and everything. So this hand exercise is an amazing gift. The next thing is, how many of you will be excited to have an understanding, not just about hand exercises, but how many of you want to have this more clarity? Everybody raise your pen up. Do you know that there is a science behind choosing the right pen? Yes.
Wow.
It's not just about pen is writing, that's why you're going to use it. We're going to go into the detailing of what pen is better for you, for your
Wow.
finger, the type of nail shapes you have, and whether you need a thicker pen or thinner pen, whether you need a liquid gel pen. All of this will be explained to you in form of a video and a learning process. Not only that, how many of you will be happy that is the next 21 days, there's a manual which you're going to do it every single day. And I will teach you the way I'm teaching you right now. I will be doing a live session.
Wow.
I will tell you the date, I will tell you the timings, but right now, write down Imran live classes. No watching videos. You don't have to do anything. You just sit with me or a weekend. I will train you. And I will not just train you. My promise is, if you spend Saturday and Sunday, write down my promise. Miteji, my program on Sunday, it starts at 10 o'clock, goes on till 6:30. Even before 5 o'clock, each one of them who's sitting here in my program will be able to analyze not only their handwriting, but handwritings of anybody in their life. Not just analyze, they will also come back and tell me, Imran, I got 100% accuracy, I got 90% accuracy. And that is my promise to all of you. How many of you are excited? Imran?
Brilliant.
Is it so easy to do it? Yeah, with my 19 years of experience, I have curated a program and a design of material that it's so easy to do it. And not just that. Are you ready for more? How many of you want to have a detailed interpretation of all the type of signatures people do?
Wow.
More importantly, the 7 things which can make your signature power signature. And that is also included in the program. And not just
Amazing.
that, Miteji, anybody who does my program, we also give them a detailed report, 16-page report of their analysis. Everybody says
Wow.
on the chat box, because it's not just about you writing and analyzing your own handwriting. Remember, you have a facilitator who will help you with your report. He'll support you with your report.
Right.
It's the best gift. And I want to tell you, this report itself is close to 30,000 rupees. Okay, I'll tell you about
Wow.
the pricing part of it. I'll tell you about the pricing part of it. Show me some excitement, everybody, because
Wow. So
trust
you're
me when I
saying
say this, you're going to go
when I
back
join,
home.
you will take my handwriting sample and give me a complete report by analyzing my handwriting.
Yes.
Oh,
And
this is
you'll be
crazy.
surprised with the type of the report. Let me just show you as an example, because this itself, my facilitators, my professional handwriting analysts make this report, and they make tons of rupees just by doing this. Everybody on your screen right now, the report looks like this, a PDF file which has 16 pages. It talks about everything
Wow.
on what basis this report is generated, what are the different aspects we are covering. And we talk about what is your thinking pattern, what are your fears and
Amazing.
defenses. All of this is taken care of. And not just that, I want to give you more bonuses because you're here today. And the next one is my personal favorite. You get recorded videos of all my sessions. Write down for 2 years, 4 years, no, a lifetime. And the best
Wow.
is you can keep coming back and refer to this and keep learning. And that's the best part about the program. And you know what? I don't want to just meet you for a weekend program or just write 21 days of graphotherapy. Can you all meet and spend every week 90 minutes on a laser sharp session on what is happening in the new things in handwriting, what is happening in human behavior, and what are the new things which you need to understand. In fact, the last Wednesday session, I was telling them how the world is embracing the changes in handwriting and that more and more, research data. And that's why every week for life, be with me. I want to keep you informed and updated. And you know what? The best part is your analysis. You will do your own analysis and you'll also get a
Wow.
certificate of participation. So Mitesh
Brilliant.
can go on and on. But if I have to sum up all of this in terms of the pricing,
Yes, please.
okay. So one of the things is we will be sending you a physical course material for the program. I'll show you the material in just a little while. Hand exercises, if I have to add a value to it, it is 5,000 rupees. Choosing the right pen itself, it's the beautiful concept. The weekly inner circle call for life, participation certificate, one-to-one from my facilitator for 21 days, 21 days writing graphotherapy. And if I have to sum up all of this, ladies and gentlemen, the value of the entire
Wow.
program is 1,86,000. Everybody write this.
Amazing. Wow.
And
I
once you
love
have
this.
written down 1,86,000, go ahead, do something with that. Go ahead, scratch it off. Everybody do that. Because now I'm going to tell you something very interesting. And don't ask me how we are able to do it. And don't ask me how we can actually make this offer. You know why? Mitesh and Induji come with a beautiful commitment. What can they bring to you so that you can win in your life? No matter whatever, system it could be, or it could be a process, or it could be the education. Their focus is that how they can make this work for you. And that's why they have negotiated this program with me for an unbelievable price. And I don't have seats for all of you. You know why? Because the people who sign up right now, this fees is not 1,86,000. Everybody, it is only 5,900
Crazy.
rupees only. Yes, all of this is only for rupees 5,900. And the idea here is that I really want you to have an experience of this program. And that's why take this. Even if you're not understood anything what we discussed till now, even if you have a question whether it is really
Wow.
or not, I want you to go ahead, take the leap of faith. Trust me, by the time the program gets over, you'll come back and say, Imran, we paid you less, because it's not just about that.
Yeah.
And can
Yeah.
I also show them the physical course material which I'm going to send that
Yes,
to?
please. Before that, all the platinum members, you don't have to pay for this because this is your gift from us. Platinum members don't have to pay for this. We have got this amazing gift because of our relationship with Imran sir, where he's willing to give this to platinum members completely as a gift. That means, what are you getting? You're getting the physical copy of the manual, the material that he's going to show you right now. 2, not just the physical material, he's going to give you a one-to-one facilitator. 3, he's going to give you a 21 pages analysis report of your handwriting. You're going to learn how to do the analysis of other people. You're going to have a 3 days live program. You're going to have lifetime recordings, and you're going to have the signature analysis absolute method with you all the time for the rest of your life. And all of this, including the physical material that you're seeing right now, is a gift for you. So all of you, please type in thank you to Imran sir in the chat window first for giving us this gift to platinum members. Now, those of you who are not platinum members, don't worry. We have, as Imran sir said, wouldn't even use the word negotiation. I would actually use the word love. Because of the relationship that we have with Imran sir, he has agreed to give us this particular program for our members who are not platinum, but you're part of our system. We would love to offer this to you at the price that you saw on the screen with the material that you're seeing right now. So quickly click on that link, and while he's showing you that material, complete the payment, because now we are going towards the secret 3 in a minute. Yes, Imran sir.
So this is the course material which I'm going to send you. This is the beautiful kit which I'm going to send it to you. And this kit will have everything you need. Let me open this. Everybody, let's unbox this. So those of you completing your registration, the moment you complete your payment, wait for the Google form to show up. You will confirm your postal address with us. And anywhere in India, we will ship this material for free. And international students, you don't have to worry about the physical course material. We'll get in touch with you. We'll tell you how to go about it. But right now, let me show you this. What is inside this material box? And by the way, Miteshji, we don't have these boxes enough. We are having
That's
it
true.
limited because we are going international now. We are catering to US, UK, Dubai, and everywhere. And we are stopping the material. You know why? Because we want to go out and not make material as a reason for people not to do it. So we have very limited copies of this. So those of you join right now, so you will get a copy of this box. Let me show you what is the material inside. And you know what? Remember I talked about
Everybody, look at this.
yeah. So this is a beautiful box. When you open up this box, you will real I know when you open this box, you will have a welcome letter. It will tell you everything, what all is included in the material. And more importantly, it will have your stationery box. Yes. Remember I said I'll tell you how to choose a right pen. I will send you 3 different styles of pen. So this is the first pen. This is the second pen. This is the third pen. I will tell you what is the need of all these 3 pens, what pen works better for you. Not only that, Mitesh, anything and everything they need to learn handwriting analysis. They need a protractor, they need a scale, they need a eraser
Amazing.
sharpener. हम लोग सब भेजेंगे. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to step out. And we are going to be taking care of all of this. So all of the everybody excited. So this is the stationery which you're going to get. And not only one book. Remember I said about this graphotherapy book. Every day you're going to write 1 page and send it to us. And not only
Amazing.
that, I showed you about low self-esteem. I showed you about, you know, so many other information. What if I tell you, I will teach you close to 45 things about anybody's handwriting or signature, and look at this. I will teach you about your thinking pattern. I will talk about your relations using this material. We'll talk about your fears and defenses. We'll talk about your strength. We'll talk about your areas of improvement. All of this is included in form of the material. And you know what? You don't have to read this material. I will teach you this live over Zoom. And not only that, remember Miteshji, I said I have some famous people and their signatures in the handwriting. So there is a book called Resources. And in this book, we are going to do case study on signatures and handwritings of Nelson Mandela there. And we're going to talk about Amitabh Bachchan's handwriting, Princess Diana's handwriting, and Shahid Bhagat Singh Ji's handwriting, Mahatma Gandhi's handwriting. And not just that, we have 5 and other books which you're going to be sending. So this is all. And by the way, as I said, only for limited number of people. I'm sorry
Absolutely.
if you're going to hear from us that there's no kid, because we have it only limited number of kids and we can't send it to everybody. And trust me, the fees what you're paying, this kit, it's beyond the price what you're paying.
Absolutely. And I want all of you to know that I obviously know everything that Imran sir is showing you right now, but my job is to show you that level of curiosity, that level of excitement, as if I'm listening to this for the first time on your behalf. And how many of you agree, the more I am curious in asking the questions and the more I am listening to him as if I'm listening for the first time, it's transferring that energy to you. And because of that, your curiosity is growing, your ability to learn is improving. How many of you agree with that? Type in yes in the chat window. And with that, we are now going to get ready to go towards the secret number 3. And then after that, we will congratulate and welcome all the new members who have joined for the first time. And Platinum members, I hope you are coming for the First Step program live as your gift, which is happening very soon. Today, at the end of the third session, the third secret, we will share the dates with you. When is the next program happening live in the chat window for all of you? Okay, here we go. Yes, Imran sir, let's go towards the secret number 3 to rewire our program, our subconscious programming.
Yeah, so all the logical people and all the people who understand numbers and understand the logic, so go ahead, everybody on your screen right now. I'm going to show you something, and let's do that right now. Remember, I started my session with the letter T, and I went on to tell you this is how low self-esteem shows up. Now, pick up a plain sheet of a paper and do this with me. All you have to do is, now earlier you were putting your T bar here. Now, all you have to do is put your T bar on the top. And when you do this, watch me, everybody on your screen, and watch my finger movements. How many of you are able to see? You have to write this. Go ahead, everybody, write at least 1 or 2 lines like this. So what you're doing is you're putting on the T-bar. Don't worry whether it is a capital letter, whether it is thing. So just go ahead, put this on the top. Now, imagine what is happening. What is happening is, earlier you used to write it here, but now I'm asking you to write it here. So when you're doing this, how many of you are able to see there is something happening? There's a shift in my finger movements. How many of you are able to just raise your hand or just type in, yes, Imran, I'm able to see that. when you're writing earlier, you used to cross it here, but I'm asking you to put it on the top. And what is happening is there's a shift in my finger movement. Everybody watch me. See this? There is a shift in my finger movement. Now, this is where the magic happens. Everybody on your screen right now, I'm showing you a research paper which talks about this. Everybody on your screen right now. And listen to this. It says, the research UCLA stands for University of California, Los Angeles, 1991, goes on to explain that by changing the movement of your index finger only, everybody, index finger only, a totally separate part of the brain was stimulated and produced different chemicals. How many of you agree with me? Your brain is nothing but the house full of chemicals. And there's a chemical for everything. There's a chemical for being happy, there's a chemical for being anxious, there's a chemical for being depressed, there's a chemical for being antidepressed. So can you see that your brain gets stimulated just by movement of those fingers? Are you all with me on that? Everybody on your screen right now. Did you know that the only a fraction of a centimeter difference in the movement of your hand could produce and stimulate a different part of your brain? It can and it does. After this research was released, there has been scientific laboratory evidence to support years of the study of the science of handwriting analysis. This link between your handwriting and the stimulation of the brain is now clear. Everybody type in wow on the chat box, because this is how simple it is. So your handwriting is coming from, everybody on your handwriting is coming from your brain to the hand and onto the paper. Now what you're doing is you're reprogramming those signals back to your hand, to your brain, and that's where the magic happens. And write down this. A healthy brain can never have a diseased body.
Wow.
And the more you focus on your betterment of your mind and your health, because today's world is full of psychosomatic diseases.
Right.
Because many of the diseases comes on the brain first and then into your body.
That's so true.
How about curing it on the mind level?
Wow, amazing. And I remember, Imran, when we met for the first time and we were sitting in a hotel, I think it was, I forgot the name of the hotel. We were sitting in Pune when we met for the first time. Ritz-Carlton. I remember this was the one thing that really convinced me that we can subconsciously reprogram ourselves using handwriting, because what you explained to me was that I'm not writing with my hands, I'm writing with my brain. And it makes sense, right? Because if somebody gets brain tumor, or somebody gets brain paralysis, suddenly their brain is not sending signals to their hands, so they're not able to write. And I remember what you showed me was, if your neurology is connected to your fingers, then your fingers are connected to your neurons. And if you change something in your finger movement, in the way you're writing the letters, you are able to reverse or rewire your neurons, you told me, and rewire your entire subconscious mind. And it made so much sense because, as you know, I've studied NLP, I've studied hypnotherapy, I've studied neuroscience, and it made absolute sense that our neurons get fired based on the way our fingers move. And that's why the rewiring happened. Makes absolute sense to me. So what can they do to reprogram their subconscious mind, let's say, because they're part of this program today, for the next few days, something that they can do as one practice to completely reprogram themselves for success?
Yeah, so my go-to factor, Mitesh, I can give them so many things. You know, we have graphotherapy for better sleep, we have graphotherapy for depression, but I don't want them to get on to solving the problem for themselves. The best exercise for anybody would be to increase their self-esteem.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
And if you can just practice your T-bar, and I know it looks like a capital T, as long as you're not going to write any academic exam, just go and write it. Because trust me when I say this, when I make you write a T like this, it is not the changes in the letter, it is the changes in your finger movement. You don't get that. So if you can just make these changes of one particular letter, take it as a challenge. Next 7 days you write it. But you know what? Why actually do it? You don't have to. I'm not here to convince you whether this science works or not, because this science is hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
It's older than what I am, and it works. And I want you to come and understand that the power to change your life is inside of you, not outside of you. And all it requires is one specific letter. So take it as a challenge. Go ahead.
How many days can they do this for to see a difference in their self-esteem and their frequency, and for how long? And do they write like a full paper?
Yeah. So if you can write at least 11 T's, and then you write down the 11 times. So 11 T's like this, 11 T's like that. So at least there'll be a certain level of consistency which you're going to be doing it.
Wow.
And don't be surprised. For some of you, it can happen in 3 days. For some of you, it can happen in 3 weeks. For some of you, it can happen in 30 days. The idea is it will work.
Wow.
It will
Makes
work.
sense. Can you
Sure.
show us that again? Guys,
Yes,
how many of
please.
you can please take a picture with your phone right now or take a screenshot with your laptop right now if you're on a laptop right now? So Imran, which is the tea? Can you highlight again because there are so many
So
teas
I'm
there.
going to show you in the material because we have included that in the material because it's not for me. It's not just about writing the tea. It's about how much
Perfect.
longer it should be going, how much length it
Wow.
should be. So for me, can you see that? And you know what, Mitesh, what we have done is we have included a scan code here.
Right.
And those of you don't understand, how do you write it? You just have to scan this, watch a 2-minute video where I am explaining you how to write this.
Wow.
And
So
they
if I
write
scan
this.
that QR code, it'll open up a video which will show me how to write, huh?
Yeah. So this is for
Wow.
the people who enroll into my program. But if you're doing this on your own, what you have to do is everybody look at this. You have to start your T, go up, come back, and then cross it. When you cross it, make
Amazing.
sure 50% this side, 50% this side, and this is how it works. See this here.
Wow.
Let me tell them the benefits of writing this, Mitesh, because it's not just about changing the handwriting. You'll be surprised the level of work we have done with people because we're talking about how brain can get influenced. Is it okay? Can I show you some results of people who have written graphotherapy
Yes,
and
please.
brought in changes? So, ladies and gentlemen, even if you're a doctor here, even if you understand, the science aspect of it, listen to this and watch this. Everybody, this is of a handwriting of a person who has been experiencing Parkinson for 8 years of her life. And this is the before handwriting. And now after graphotherapy, look at her handwriting. And it is not just a visible change in the handwriting. Look at, we have a testimonial. I'm just reading out what is important here. I say that I started this journey 1 month ago. My back pain is completely gone. My migraine is gone. My sleep pattern has got better. I don't like to stay around negativity or negative people. So can you see that? There are physical changes, there are emotional changes. And you know what? I highly recommend, that's where the confidence also comes in. And not just this. Look at this challenge of Alzheimer's. Why am I talking such big things to you, wherein all you need right now is to increase your self-esteem is because this is the way graphotherapy works. It can change the wiring. We call this as neuroplasticity. When you come into my community, when you attend my Wednesday sessions, when I talk about the latest work happening, you'll simply get blown over with the work we're doing it. Look at this. I was struggling with early stage of Alzheimer's. I used to experience frequent memory lapse, confusion, and overall sense of disconnection from myself and my surroundings. My confidence had taken a hit and often felt emotionally drained. This 90 days, for this lady, it took 90 days to experience graphotherapy, but she went on to do it. And look at that. My family has also noticed the change in me. The best of change is what others see in you than what you feel.
True. Guys,
And
if
not
you
only
can
that,
make a change in Alzheimer's, this is crazy. Like, type in wow, everyone, if you agree. Alzheimer's is known to be scientifically non-curable. But science has its own limits. Here is another science that has helped someone with Alzheimer's to actually see benefits which even doctors could not bring in her, even through neurological medicines. That's the power of handwriting analysis. Type in wow if you think you would love to master this and help other people with this. Imran, we have 1 minute more. If you could show us one more result and then show them the offer once again before we close.
Surely, please. And I have a lot of results to talk about. Some of us have emotional challenges, some of us have relationship challenges, and all this is very important. Look at this. Apart from my handwriting, there's a mindset shift towards my mental and physical and spiritual and emotional state. So all it requires is to write. And Mitesh, it's not just about that. People have gone on to create a career out of it. So this program, what I'm inviting you, the name of this program is called as the First Step Program. Everybody write down this word. What is first step? The reason why we call this program as first step because everything starts from here. This could be your first step towards a new career. This could be a first step towards your new you. But this program is designed around self-help. Write down this, everybody. The fees of 5,900 rupees what you're paying, which includes your physical course material, live training program with me. And in the program, you'll also understand and explore how you can become a professional handwriting analyst. But this program is designed for self-help. Come there to experience transformation within. Come there to find out who you truly are before you make any changes. So that's why what we have done is we have made this program so accessible for you because we want you to really experience transformation. So the offer is very, very simple. We have a physical course material. We have all these things included to you.
Wow.
The actual sense, the fees of the program is 1,86,000 rupees. But for now, the fees is only 5,900 rupees.
By the way, guys, those of you who have joined and those of you who are planning to join, if not today, tomorrow, my question is, how many of you agree this is exceptional offer? Like, can you go back to the screen, Imran sir? Like, I really want you to look at what he's offering you here and how authentic it is that you're getting a physical kit delivered to your home. Of course, we ship it only in India, not internationally. So if you have a address in India, you can get it shipped over there, and then your family members can ship it to you anywhere you want after that. But Imran sir will, at that particular cost that you're giving, just imagine the shipping cost. Even the shipping cost itself for such a huge material is huge. Okay, then he's giving you a program on handwriting exercise or hand exercises, writing the right pen, weekend success calls. Every weekend you're going to learn new things about handwriting, something that's happening all over the world, latest in handwriting with Imran sir personally live. I mean, even though he's really written there 25,000, I personally agree that his worth of time is far beyond even 25 lakhs, and you're getting that as part of the 5900 offer. This is crazy. Think about the next point, the live workshop with Imran sir personally for 3 days. He's going to personally be there with you for 3 days live. Friday evening 3 hours, Saturday evening 3 hours, and Sunday morning 10 o'clock to evening 6:30. And he's promising you in that live workshop that everything that he taught you here, you will be able to analyze in your handwriting and in other people's handwriting in those 3 days itself. Not just that, you're going to get a certificate for this. You're going to get one-to-one facilitator support. Just try and understand, guys, what it takes for someone to give you a personal facilitation support. That means there is something that Imran sir has to invest in that person who becomes your personal facilitator. That one thing alone is worth 10, 20, 30, 50,000 rupees, because for 5900, people only give you one course. They don't give you anything else. Here you're getting a first personal facilitator. Every day you're going to take a picture of that physical material. You're going to write it and you're going to send it to your facilitator, and your facilitator is going to give you feedback. Why are you doing the right thing or not? Imagine this, the level of support that you're getting. Next, most important thing that you're getting here, as per me, is your analysis report. 21 pages analysis report. And like Imran sir said, his students right now are charging 25,000 rupees for creating an analysis report. You remember I told you Vishal's story in the beginning? He's charging 25 lakh rupees. That 21 pages report is what is giving him the power today to charge 25 lakhs from a sheikh in Dubai today and help him with naturotherapy. You're going to get that same report, and then later, once you upgrade yourself to professional levels, you will also learn how to create those reports for yourself. Then you're also getting lifetime recordings. You're not getting limited time recordings. You don't have to worry about what happens after 1 year. There's no yearly fees here. You're doing lifetime access to all these recordings. Plus, signature analysis. You will be able to learn how to analyze your signature. You don't have to go to YouTube anymore and check what is wrong with my signature. You don't have to go to ChatGPT. You will learn the exact science so you can do it and you can help other people do it at the same time. All of this you're getting at 5900. I have a simple question to all of you. Would you agree this is 10x value? In fact, this is 100x value compared to the fees that he's charging. Whether you're joining or whether you're not joining, I don't even care about that right now. But tell me, is this genuine? Tell me if this is authentic. Tell me if this is focused on service, not just making money. See, there is nothing wrong with making money in life, but when people are focused on serving before making money, when the priority of serving is higher, people can sense it, people can feel it in the offer itself. So type in 10x or 100x. If you agree, this is definitely 10x or 100x offer. But remember, limited time. So time is getting over in the next 1 minute. We're going to sign off right now. When we sign off, after you click on this link, once we sign off, you might see a message on the screen over there that says physical kits are over. So take advantage before the physical kits are over, because he prints limited period of physical kits every certain number of days. Once those physical kits are over, we stop that screen page or payment over there. It'll show you that the physical kits are over for now. You will still be able to join the course, but you won't get the physical kit then. So take advantage of it and get the physical kit delivered to your home. Practice those 21 days. Upgrade your self-esteem. Now, those of you who are not able to join today, do you promise me that you will give value to Imran sir's time today by doing that T exercise and upgrading your self-esteem in the next 21 days. I'm opening up my chat. I want all of you to type in IP. I promise that you're going to practice this for 21 days and then report us back on our email that you got a big benefit when you upgraded your self-esteem. Okay. With that, it's time for us to close. But before we go, how many of you loved it? Type in loved it in the chat window quickly. Thank you so much, Imran sir. It's been an absolute pleasure being with you. The amount of value you always give. For me, I love to be here in this program like a student and every time ask you questions as if I'm listening to you for the first time and react to every story as if I'm listening to that story for the first time because I love what you do. We are in absolute love with what you do. And that is why we love spreading the science to so many people in our community. People have asked me, Mitesh, why do you promote Imran sir? Isn't that creating competition for you? There's no competition. We want people to learn together. We want people to grow together. And the only way is if we make this world a better place. And the only way you can do that is by learning from genuine and authentic masters like Imran sir. So all of you type in, I am in, those of you who are in. I know about 20 odd people have already signed up. Can you please type in, I am in? And those of you, 30 plus, okay, 30 plus people have signed in. Can you please type in, I am in if you are already signed up? And those of you who are getting in tomorrow or day after tomorrow maximum by arranging the fees, type in, I am also in. If you have promised yourself that in a couple of days, I'm going to arrange my fees and then I'm going to join in soon. Or next month, you're going to join in. Type in, I am also in. Right? So with that, thank you so much, Indu, for arranging everything that you have. All of you, please say thank you to Indu because Imran and I are talking here, but in the background, all the work is done by Indu, all the logistics, calling all of you, the emails that go out, everything here is taken care of in the logistics by Indu. So thank you so much, Indu, for doing this. And Imran, once again, thank you. We love you. We respect you for what you do. We honor you.
Thank you, Induji and Miteshji, for making this happen. And thank you, all the wonderful participants. I love the energy, the way the chat box was active. And I'm very, very clear that all of you are committed people. When it comes to commitment for yourself, you're here. That's the reason why you showed up. And now that you're here, all I want to do is do justice and honor yourself by gifting this beautiful kit of transformation. Because trust me when I say this, there's no side effects. Okay, there's no tablets which you're eating. There's no injections which you are taking. There is nothing going inside other than you're empowering your own brain to do that magic for you.
True.
And this is the only reason I want you to really experience this. And that's why we have designed this program for you. And those of you who have already signed up, congratulations. I can't wait to see you in the live training program. Come prepared, not just to experience handwriting analysis on a self-development level. Come there for a larger goal with me because I don't want you to be my student. I want you to be my business partner, not in terms of the business we do, in terms of the transformation we're going to take it forward to people in your life. And I really want you to take this science to people in your city, in your region, talk the language you do, and create that magic in many more people. Because remember, one Imran is not enough. We need to create more and more people like me.
Absolutely.
That's what the entire mission was. So those of you already in, congratulations. Can't wait to see you all grow and becoming the master practitioner of graphology in the coming days.
Thank you. Thank you so much again, Imran sir. All of you, please type in one last time. Thank you. And we will see you soon in the next session. And those of you whom we were not able to respond in the chat personally, please understand that we are looking at the screen at you all the time. That's why sometimes we are not responding to your questions in the chat window. It's not about disrespecting you. It is just that we are not able to honor the chat while we are honoring you face to face here on the camera. So thank you so much once again. We love you. We look forward to meeting you in the next session very, very soon. Bye everyone. Those of you who are on YouTube Live with us or Facebook Live, we are streaming this at multiple platforms right now. Thank you so much. And if you loved what Imran sir did today, please share your results on social media and tag Imran sir over there. See you soon, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, Imran.